Hi friends! Welcome back to another art video. Today is going to be a lot of catching up. I have a commission that I got over the week, and it's actually a holiday card commission, and it's the person who ordered it. I have worked on, I think this is their third holiday card that I'm working on, and they're usually themed. And this year is the Mandalorian theme. So we have the husband as Mando. We have Ahsoka Tano. We also have their pet, which is a beautiful kitty. Not a kitty, a cat, but kitty, really. Who's going to be Baby Yoda or Little Grogu. So I just have a couple of revisions for the sketch, but it's mostly composed. The girl who ordered the portrait commission, she actually laid out the basic composition of what she's looking for plus any text that she wants for the holiday card. So that saves me a lot of time, and then I can just go in and just refine the details and add a little bit here and there and just kind of make sure everything works. So it's pretty much all done. I think my goal today for that is to just do the background, because it's going to take a little bit for me to finish the whole entire portrait. So for me, it's just better to go in steps. So I'll do the background one day, I'll do maybe a character or two another day, and then try and touch up a third day. So hopefully I'll have that done by the end of this week, but I'm sure there's no rush. So I'm going to start with the commission today, and my goal is to at least revise it. This is what it looks like right now. I have the basic layout and some of the text areas that are noted, but I have a couple revisions to do for the sketch, not too many. So I think I'm just gonna try and focus on doing at least the revision and doing the background. This is kind of a commission that I would do in pieces, so I don't feel super overwhelmed, because it is a little bit of a lot of detail, and I just want to make sure that I'm not rushing myself in finishing. So I'm gonna make sure I'm on my right layer and using the 6B brush, I'm just gonna adjust the characters just like a little bit. So I think I did all the revisions. It was just like a couple here and there. So now I'm actually just gonna focus on doing the background. And I know for the background, I wanna make sure it's like less muted colors, because I want the characters in the front to be brighter and more focused. Not focused, I guess more of being the focus of the holiday card. So I know I'm gonna do, the idea is, because it's in space, I'm gonna do cools, I'm gonna do wintry, because it's also supposed to be for a holiday. So I think I'm just gonna do like lots of blues and purples, maybe a teal here and there, because it is space and I kind of want a little pop of color. But usually at this point I just kind of work on it, do it, and just tweak as I go along. So I'm gonna actually hide my people layer, my character layer, because it's not all peoples, and my text and subtext for now. So now I only have my sketch for the background, and it's just it shows me basically what will be shown – when I go in to do the characters. I kind of normally lower my opacity to about like 10%, just so I can get the feel of what the colors will look like without having to fully lower the transparency of my layer. And I'm going to use my drawing assist to help me out a little bit. I love using the Nico Roll brush. I love the amount of texture. It's very like spongy, kind of like a dry brush texture. So I tend to use that for my background base. And then if I want to do like big color blocking and I want to add texture, then I'll go in and just like do light strokes with the brush. So here I am with the symmetry, totally different word, symmetry assist. Just had a thought, to make it easier for me, maybe I can do the quadrant symmetry. That might help me a lot more. That way I'm doing basically just one stroke, but it'll duplicate on the 4 quadrants of the page. Bring that back up again. Going in with a third blue as like kind of a space highlight. And I want the background to be super dark. I just want to make it look glowy. For the background, I kind of want to do some muted colors so as to not draw too much of the eye into the background. I want it to be more of an accent than a focal point. So I have a little side project that I've been excited to work on, but also procrastinating a little bit. My sister-in-law has designed her own mini blank toy, which basically means she designed a little figurine. That's her handle. That's the toy. She designed this little figurine so that other artists can create their own version of her bunny. And it's so cute. It's so, well, not tiny. It's 4 inches tall, but it feels very small. And when she first sold these on her Shopify, they sold out in like the same day. And I was lucky enough to buy 2. So just in case, like, I want to do a couple of styles, or, you know, what if I mess up? This is the first time I'm designing a toy, basically. Luckily not the figurine, but just kind of building off of the sculpture. So I don't know, maybe I'll mess up, maybe I won't. But luckily I have two, so I don't have to be super precious with just the one. And I knew I wanted to do a mermaid bunny, which I think is super cute. I love mermaids and I draw mermaids a lot, so I think it's only fitting. So I started designing yesterday while the AC guy was here, and I just like had a couple ideas, different color palettes that I want to try, like obviously pinks, purples, maybe coral, turquoise or aqua. Maybe flip-flops, maybe not. Have fabric, maybe just painted on details. I've just been like thinking and kind of doodling and trying to get like inspiration. And I still don't know where I'm going to go with it. I like the direction I'm going in. I know I want to have 3D elements. Like I want to build a freshwater pearl crown. I want to be a little bougie and get some 14 karat star or shell charms. Maybe even get Swarovski crystals to like add to her face, give her some freckles so that she can sparkle. I have the basic idea. So it's just a matter of like sketching it out and seeing what elements I want to keep and what elements I want to throw away. So I know I have to buy a lot of new products because I threw away my paints because they were too old. I threw away my brushes because they were too old. I definitely want to go look at some fabrics and see what inspires me. Like if I did want to do the little bralette and kind of adhere it to the sculpture, that would give her a little bit of dimension. Just ideas, thinking about it. And I've been kind of procrastinating it because it is my first toy design, so I just kind of want to make sure that I get it right, which inadvertently puts a little bit of pressure, but I'm trying to be like super chill and just like, it's okay, it's going to be fun. This is a new medium and it's going to be just be creative and have fun with it. So I think I'm just going to go kawaii, cute, and just like mermaid bunny. Give her some scales. She'll look super cute. My sister-in-law's name is Aliana Soto. If you want to go follow her, she has amazing toys that she does for galleries and stuff. Just pop in on her Instagram handle. Her husband did her logo. They are a power design couple. And I highly recommend following her. So this has been a little bit of a side project for me that I've been thinking about for months, and now I'm finally actually actively working on it, and it's updating my logo. The logo that I currently have, I did back in 2019, and I'm not a typographer by any means, so I definitely don't have the greatest of skills for type, but that shouldn't stop me from trying to practice a little bit more, and I'm trying to. I've done one logo earlier this year, so at least I'm trying to like get a little bit of practice and get used to it. I kind of started with just redoing my signature. I just did a basic, how I would just write my signature out, very not neat, and kind of build up on it. So my first version was a lot thinner than I kind of wanted. Like once I zoomed out of the artboard or the canvas, the cursive signature looked a little bit too thin, so I kind of made another version and beefed it up, and I still have to go in and add little smoother curvature, redefine the edges of some of the type, but it looks so much better and so much cleaner, and I kind of have it up here right now, the sketch as is. I gave myself little parallel guidelines, plus diagonal lines to where the direction of my letters were going, so it's consistent throughout the entire name. And those ones I actually had in pink lines so that I could differentiate. I tend to get like line overwhelmed, so if I don't like color code just a little bit, I'll get like a little anxious. So in addition to doing a new logo for 2021, I wanted to kind of just come up with a brand Bible, which really is just guidelines. So I have my new logo plus a monogram version of it in case I wanted to watermark my art prints moving forward, or if I just wanted to add like, just an initial somewhere eventually down the road. I also want to lay out my colors, which will consistently be pink and charcoal. Definitely not black, full black. I think with the pink, a charcoal will look softer and it will just pair well with a lighter color. I also want to make sure that I'm consistent with the type that I'm using. So for the thumbnails in my YouTube, for example, you could see that I've been experimenting with different fonts, which is totally fine. I am still in the getting there process, and it doesn't hurt to experiment at all, but I was able to actually sit down and kind of figure out what type will look good with the new logo. So I have the letters all mapped out on my brand guideline, so that I know that if I want to do a header kind of thing, I'll use Chapata as my type. And if I want to do like text or paragraph, say if I want to just, secondary type, I went for a cleaner, more modern sans serif font that won't combat against the more decorative header. And these two, to me, look very good together. I'm probably still going to tweak here and there, see if I can find some alternatives to the sans serif, because I don't want it to be super plain, but I also don't want it to be too decorative. So there's got to be a little bit of a balance, but at least this way I know for sure that I can always reference this and be like, okay, I got to use these typefaces, and then I can incorporate them into future social media branding. And that way, all across my social media channels, everything just looks way more cohesive. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications if you want to get notified whenever I upload a video. It's usually on Mondays. Hint, hint. And until next time, bye friends.